So at this point, the headlights have been restored, the engine bay is clean, the paint looks incredible, and now it's time to put my attention towards the glass. Now, the windshield is arguably the most important part of any vehicle because that's what you see out of. So we already increased the wet weather and the nighttime visibility by restoring the cloudy headlight lenses. Now it's time to restore clarity to the windshield. What happens to windshields is you have water spots and oily road film that builds up on the surface, and this hinders your view of the road ahead. And even worse is as you drive, this oily film develops on your windshield, and your windshield wipers are simply not that effective. Well, with this demonstration, I'm going to show you how to chemically and mechanically polish the glass because, you know, if you don't ignore your paint, you shouldn't ignore your glass. And just like you change your oil, you should also maintain the windshield of your vehicle for safe driving. So the first step is to take a high quality glass cleaner and to simply clean the windshield. There's a lot of glass cleaners on the market. This is the one that I prefer because it works extremely well, first and foremost. And number two, as you can see, I'm not coughing or hacking as I spray it. And it's safe on tinted windows. So choose a high quality glass cleaner. You'll see glass cleaners on the market ranging from everything $1 at the dollar store to easily, 20 or 30 bucks. Choose a good high quality cleaner to save yourself the aggravation. So this product is streak free. I simply spray it on the surface. And just like there's a science behind the glass cleaner, there's also a science behind the microfiber towel. I always like to use a dedicated microfiber glass towel because they provide a streak-free finish. On glass, you do not want to use a thick, fluffy towel with a real thick pile because what will happen is it just smears the glass cleaner around, and then afterwards you're left with this streaky, hazy film, and we've all dealt with that. It's very irritating. And one more thing about the towel. When you're working on the outside of the glass, wipe in one direction, and then when you clean the inside of the glass, wipe in the opposite direction. So if you have any streaks or smears, it's easy to identify them. So after the loose dirt and debris is removed, the water spots are more evident now on the windshield of this Altima. And water spots, they're caused when the mineral deposits included in the water, when they stay on the surface and the water evaporates, the calcium in the mineral creates water spots. There's three types of water spots. There's topical water spots, which means they sit on top of the surface. And then there's etched water spots, type 1 and type 2. With this application, this is either type 2 or type 3 water spots. Type 1 is easily removed with a glass cleaner. But type 2 means it's no longer on top of the surface, it's actually etched. So it's a crater in the glass. And to fix that, we have to mechanically and chemically polish the glass using a product like this. So there's a lot of water spot removers in the market. The reason I like this one is because it attacks the water spots with a mechanical abrasive and also with an all-natural citrus cleaning agent to break up and dissolve those water spots. You can apply it by hand or machine. If you apply it by hand, plan on spending a little bit more time than machine. It still can be done. However, you have to put some elbow grease into it and use a microfiber applicator pad. And you're simply going to rub really aggressively. This is not something that you're going to do real lightly. You want to put some muscle into it. If you don't have any muscle, find someone that does. And you'll see here in a second why I prefer to use the machine method. So you rub back and forth, you're really just scrubbing the glass really hard. I'm going to straight line motions, not a circular. And then I'll take a dedicated microfiber towel and I'll wipe off the polish. And this will remove the water spots, but it's going to take some more time and effort. And if your polish is hard to wipe off, just spritz the area with the cleaner. And that did a good job. And one tip is you can really inspect your work by spraying a cleaner on the surface. The cleaner, as it flashes, will tell you where there's water spots and where there's not. Those have been removed. Let me show you a better way. So the trend that you'll see when you watch these segments is that I like to do everything by machine. My shoulders, my hands, they get tired. The machine never gets tired. Take your product and shake it up. And this is a dual action machine. It's not a rotary, so this machine rotates and oscillates. It's safe, it's effective, and with glass especially, you don't have to worry about causing any harm with a tool like this. Take your polish, put it on the pad, and I spread it out with the machine turned off, And then I'm going to perform slow arm movements with a high speed with firm downward pressure. The key is to use firm downward pressure and an aggressive foam cutting pad. Then turn your machine off and wait till the pad stops spinning before you take the machine off the glass. Take a microfiber towel and same process. And you'll see how much easier it was using the machine. And then using the glass cleaner, again, will aid in removal of the polish, and boom, the water spots have been removed. So I'm going to finish the rest of this windshield, and that's it for wrapping up the segment on how to restore glass, headlights, engine bays, and paint on an old daily driver. Stay tuned for future episodes for more tips and tricks.